Your sales aren't slowing down because your offer suddenly isn't good anymore. And it's not because people don't want what you are teaching, the solution that you're providing them. And it's definitely not because you need to post more. Your sales are slowing down because you're doing the things that used to work in 2024, 2023, 2022. But that way of doing things is completely broken for 2026. By the end of this video, you're gonna understand exactly why the content you've been creating that used to work isn't converting anymore. Plus the one shift that completely changed my business in 2025 that grew my revenue over 50% and allowed me to take more time off my business. Go ahead and give me a yes in the comments below if you feel like you're needing to create more content than you ever have before. Reels, stories, TikToks, even podcasts, it feels like you need to create more just to stay above water. And yet, it still feels like your sales are dropping because you used to make great sales with your content, but that's not happening anymore. Your engagement is tanking. Your audience feels colder than ever. Launching feels heavier, and it feels like you're putting more into it than you have before and getting less results. And ads are honestly way more expensive than they've ever been before. And I want you to hear that because it's not just you experiencing this. This is being experienced across the board with course creators and coaches. And the worst part is we all think we need to work harder than ever before. It's not you. It is the system, and it has changed, as I said. So the first reason why all of this is happening is AI has changed everything. People aren't scrolling Instagram for solutions anymore. They're going to AI tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, and they're asking AI for the answer instead of searching through Instagram or even courses. Keep this in mind as we continue to walk through what you need to do in 2026 to make a change because of all of these things, okay? So the first reason why it feels harder to make sales is AI changed everything. The second reason is because Instagram's algorithm honestly is unpredictable. It's exhausting, and that's why you feel burnt out. It's no joke. It's like every 2 to 3 months, there's a new announcement from Instagram. There's new content formats. We're seeing new engagement dips because of this new thing. It is honestly one of the most disruptive algorithms I have ever experienced. And so what happens is you're spending all of your time figuring out what's the new thing to work on Instagram, and you're needing to post more to reach the same amount of people because you're on this unpredictable algorithmic platform. You heard me mention this before, but the third reason why everything feels harder than it did before is because ads are more expensive than they've ever been before. And I share this with you because sometimes I feel like it's just me. But then when I talk to other friends who are in business, they are experiencing the same thing. So I want you to understand you're not alone. So maybe your ads were working fine, and now it feels like you're paying out the butt to get a lead because ad costs are up, ROI is down on ads, and it is making it harder than ever to break even on ads. And this is the biggest reason why I feel like everything has changed. And it's because trust on the internet is at an all-time low. There are all these AI-generated influencers, AI-generated scripts, AI-generated experts. So people don't know, are you actually the expert that you say you're in, or are you just getting all your information from ChatGPT to make a buck on me? People need to see you. They need to hear you. They need to see you teach or diagnose in live format for them to truly buy from you. So here's the outdated advice that's keeping you stuck. And if you're still doing this, it's okay. I get it. It used to work. It worked for me as well. Because that first thing that I'm about to share with you, that first piece of outdated advice, is being on as many platforms as possible, repurposing your content. In fact, I had an entire course called the Video Multiplier Formula to be on as many platforms as possible. In 2026, this is bad advice. I'm gonna be talking more about that in an upcoming video and what you should be doing instead. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel to hear what the answer is to not being on every single platform. More bad advice, post every single day. I'm even gonna say post multiple times a week is bad advice because you don't. If you have the right strategy and you're creating the right type of content that creates conversions. You need to go viral or follow this viral script or follow this viral reel format or this viral hook. Guys, no. Going viral is not going to help your business. In fact, in the long run, it may hinder your business. So Stop going viral. Stop listening to people who are telling you this is a viral something. When you hear viral, red flag for business owners. Just run ads. Just get your ads up and running. Terrible advice. You will bleed money and you'll have less money than you ever had before. All of these things did work, absolutely, but they are not working right now at the end of 2025, and they will not work in 2026 because of the reasons I explained earlier. Because today, it's not about volume anymore. It's about creating a visibility strategy that lasts. It's about having clarity in your content for who your content is actually for and the problem you're solving for your ready to buy viewer. And most importantly of all, it's about choosing a platform that AI can reference and recommend, because as I said, the amount of traffic of people going to platforms like ChatGPT to find solutions is increasing significantly month after month. And if you don't have content that AI can reference, you will become invisible in 2026. I know from experience at the end of 2024, I was burnt out. I had been trying to be on every single platform, as many platforms as possible. I was running an agency, I had a course, I had a coaching program, I had all the offers, right? And then I burned it all down because I was exhausted and it was taking every hour of my day to generate revenue. So at the beginning of 2025, I focused on one offer, I focused on one platform, and I focus on one marketing strategy. And I go into a deep dive. This is a strategy that I call my strategy of one. You can watch that full video right here. It is the 3 biggest lessons that I learned in 2025 that completely changed my business. I go way more into detail over there. But because of making that change and because of experiencing that burnout in 2024, 2025 has been probably the best year in my business ever. Revenue-wise, time off-wise, less stress-wise, because I changed everything that I was doing for what's working for business owners right now. Here's where it all comes together. What do you need to be doing in 2026 to make sure not that your sales plateau, but your sales continue to grow? Because nobody's talking about this, guys, and you need to understand this. YouTube is no longer just a video platform. YouTube is basically 3 platforms in one. Hear me out. YouTube is a search engine. We all know that. And where do people go to get their problem solved? Search engines. The bonus of this, your content is findable for years. Unlike Instagram, unlike TikTok, right? YouTube content is referenced by AI. ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, they all reference YouTube videos and the creators of those YouTube videos as source data. Meaning if anybody is searching on ChatGPT for a problem that you solve and you have videos talking about that problem, ChatGPT is going to pull your content and reference your YouTube videos. In fact, many times ChatGPT will link to an exact video. I'm seeing this on my channel. Many of my clients are seeing this on their channel. The amount of traffic coming to people's videos from ChatGPT has skyrocketed in 2025, and I think it's only gonna go higher in 2026. And it is also a social media platform. So many people don't realize this, but you can engage and create community here on YouTube. And it's the best social media platform because it is video of you. It is making you feel real. It is making you feel human. It is building trust with your viewers at any given time of the day. And video is the best way to build trust. This is why YouTube is the only platform right now that still grows your audience, warms your leads, and builds trust all at once. And this is why your content over on Instagram isn't converting anymore. The myth you need to understand going into 2026 so that you can have a great business, you can see 50% increase in revenue, you can see 8,000 new leads on your list, you can see your coaching program triple in size, is that more content doesn't equal more sales. In fact, the opposite is true. When you have the right content in the right system on the right platform, you will make more sales. Just think about it. We are all overwhelmed with info. We're getting info served at us all the time. Our audience, our ready to buy viewers are tired of so much info. So we need to really streamline the most important information our ready to buy viewers need to hear from us to say yes to buying from us, to say yes to working with us. And if you want to put your eggs in one basket in 2026, save yourself a lot of time, save yourself a lot of stress, and see your sales grow, you have got to make that basket YouTube. Because nothing is wrong with you right now that you're not making sales or less sales than you used to. Nothing is wrong with your offer. Nothing is wrong with your expertise. You don't need to hustle more. You don't need to be on more platforms. And you don't need another launch or another offer. You need the system that is actually working right now and will work in 2026, and stop doing what we were told used to work, because the business game has changed. If you're ready to build a content strategy for YouTube, I'm actually gonna break down my 3-part YouTube content strategy, which is the only content calendar you're gonna need in 2026. It's simple, it's sustainable, and it even works when you have a tiny audience. In fact, I got an example. I'm breaking it all down in this video right here. Watch it next.